Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nos programas offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule.
हमारे कार्यक्रम पेश किए जाते हैं कई भाषाओं में। कृपया देखें suprememastertv.com/schedule.
The Kinkajou-People moms are very protective, and as soon as possible, they start carrying their young on their belly wherever they go. Babies start eating solid food at 8 weeks old and are weaned at 3 to 5 months. By then, their tail is fully functional and they can climb with confidence. Please continue watching to learn about a simple and harmonious way of life.
Vegan, the effective cure for climate change.
If you visit Costa Rica, there's a good chance someone will greet you with Pura Vida. The words translate as pure life in English, but they express the Costa Rican philosophy of living freely without anxiety. Considerate viewers, my name is Hugo, and I'm pleased to serve as your host today, assisted by my lovable younger sister.
Hi, I'm Elena, but you can call me Ellie.
We are vegan students from the Kinkajou Kingdom. The delightful Costa Ricans pray for the light of heaven to always guide and protect you.
Welcome to our show, titled Kinkajou-People, the Secret Tropical Forest Dwellers. Our species is distributed over a vast range, from Mexico through Central America, across the northern half of South America, all the way to southeastern Brazil. Our habitat includes a variety of tropical forests, from sea level to 2,500 meters, where dense vegetation stretches as far as the eye can see. Scientists describe us as arboreal, but that's just a fancy way to say we spend most of our time in trees.
Right, Ellie. The lush green canopy is the only place we feel safe. Sometimes we will build a nest in a palm tree, but usually we make our den in the fork of a tree or a hole in its trunk. We don't need much space because we're not big. Our head and body are about the same length as our tail.
Due to similarities in appearance and behavior, the first zoologists to observe us thought we were somehow related to lemur people. Can you believe that? Where are we, and where is Madagascar? Anyway, lemur people are primates, while we belong to the order Carnivora. That means we are more comparable to raccoon folk.
But it doesn't mean we eat meat. The carnivora label has more to do with the design of our jaws and teeth. We'll have more to say about our diet later on. For now, allow me to explain a little about the names humans have given us. The scientific designation for our species is Podos flavus.
Does anybody even use that term?
Probably not very often. The story of our common name, Kinkajou, begins with the indigenous Algonquian people of eastern North America. Their word for wolverine people was adopted by settlers from France, but the French couldn't pronounce it correctly, and it eventually became Kinkajou.
Wait a minute, brother. Let me get this straight. Are you saying that someone from France thought we were wolverine people and started calling us Kinkajous?
It's like a legend, Ellie. It may not be historically accurate.
But Costa Rica was a colony of Spain.
That's correct, Ellie.
Whatever.
Sorry, sis. The truth isn't easy to find in this world. We also have several English nicknames that don't make much sense. Honey bear, night ape, and night walker.
Well, it's true we're nocturnal, and we love eating nectar.
Why don't you go ahead and describe our species in detail?
Okay. Most people think we're adorable. Our body is long compared to our legs, and our head is rounded with large eyes, small ears, and a short, pointed snout. Our dense and woolly fur is generally golden brown on a gray undercoat and is resistant to rain, but our colors can vary depending on what part of our range we live in. Some individuals even have a black stripe along the middle of their back. We have small, hand-like paws with 5 digits and sharp claws. We are also endowed with a very long and strong tongue to pick fruit or extract nectar from flowers. On the opposite end of our body is another notable feature. Ugo, would you like to talk about our tail?
Sure. May I use a fancy scientific term?
Go ahead.
Our tail is prehensile, which means it can grasp things. Everyone's is different, but the average length is 48 centimeters. We use it mainly as a fifth limb for holding onto branches as we move through the trees or reach for fruit. It's strong enough to support our entire body weight as we hang upside down. And then we can even turn around and use it as a rope to climb back up. Of course, it's good for keeping our balance, but the tail also serves as a snuggly security blanket that we curl over our heads when resting.
I love to do that. Sometimes I talk to God and say thank you for designing such an incredible body.
Nice, Ellie. You know what? I think some of our viewers may be busy people who need a minute to check their messages.
Vegan, because we respect God's commandments.
Let's pause to let people check their messages, and then we'll continue our show. Please stay with us here on Supreme Master Television.
Welcome back to our program, Kinkajou-People, the secret tropical forest dwellers on Supreme Master Television. The spotlight's on you, brother.
Thank you, Ellie. I wanted to follow up on your expression of gratitude. I'm grateful too for some of our other features, like the reversible ankles on our hind legs. By rotating them 180 degrees, we can quickly run backward or scoot down a tree head first. Our spine is highly flexible, and we have scent glands that we use to mark our territory and preferred routes.
Ugo, shall we describe our way of life to the audience?
Yes. People from the Kinkajou Kingdom begin their daily routine after sundown. When we emerge from our restful hideaway, we look for members of our clan and enjoy grooming each other before we search for food. It's a time for socializing and strengthening bonds. After that, we usually go our separate ways. Each of us has our favorite locations, and we like to be alone when we eat. Exceptions would be when two guys are close buddies or a mom is foraging with her young one. Additionally, if a fruit tree is enormous and productive, we don't mind sharing it. It's just that we try to avoid competitiveness and jealousy.
Our diet is about 90% fruit. Figs are our favorite food, but we are also fond of ripe bananas, mangoes, berries, melons, grapes, pomegranates, and pineapples. As you can see, we prefer sweet things. So, it's no surprise we lap up flower nectar. If that's inconvenient, we'll just eat the whole flower. Most of the moisture we need comes from our diet, though occasionally we will drink water that has collected on the trees. After a busy night under the stars, we return to the canopy and our cozy accommodations before dawn.
Those of us who have a family or other social groups like to sleep together. It's enjoyable for us to snuggle into a tree hollow or other well-shaded places. We definitely don't want to be visible, and we try to avoid direct sunlight. If we get too hot at midday, we may turn over to expose our belly and pause to a breeze.
Let's talk about Kinkajou families. Pregnant females usually give birth to one pup at a time in the hollow of a tree. Newborns don't open their eyes until after a week or two. Initially, they are left alone in the nest while their mother is out searching for food. But the moms are very protective, and as soon as possible, they start carrying their young on their belly wherever they go. Babies start eating solid food at 8 weeks old and are weaned at 3 to 5 months. By then, their tail is fully functional, and they can climb with confidence. Sons live with their mothers until they reach 18 months. It seems daughters have more to learn and don't leave home until they're 2 years old.
Sister, we should mention our contributions to sustaining the rainforest ecosystem. Whenever we take nectar from a flower, our face gets smudged with pollen that we carry to other plants. And because of all the fruit we eat, we leave countless seeds on the ground that may germinate and become new trees.
I'm glad our lifestyle helps grow more trees, but I'm afraid our population is decreasing due to deforestation. Large areas are being clear-cut to create pasture land for animal, people, livestock, and forests are suffering from droughts related to climate change. It's all so frustrating.
Please tell me more about your feelings, Ellie.
I just don't understand why people are not taking the fate of our planet, which is everyone's home, seriously.
You're not alone, sister. Clearly, a livable future depends on humanity being vegan. We can only pray they wake up before it's too late.
I am happy that I no longer consume the bodies and milk of animals. Melanie Light, vegan.
Caring viewers, thank you for your presence today. It meant a lot to my brother and me. Next is In the Hour of Heaven's Judgment. Wake Up and Be Vegan Now, Part 6 of 8, on Between Master and Disciples, right after Noteworthy News. May divine love permeate your thoughts, words, and actions.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/AW.